this is probably the biggest job that we'll ever do in this channel, and I hope that we'll learn something new. 3, 2, 1. This is a Jaguar Land Rover 2-litre Ingenium diesel, a modern premium engine that's supposed to be reliable. Yet, these engines are known to fail even as early as 30,000 miles, and that's exactly why they've earned such a bad reputation. This isn't neglect or poor servicing, it's a recurring design issue with timing chains stretching, guides failing and tensioners giving up far too early, leading to start rattles, warning lights, and in many cases, catastrophic engine damage. So, in this video, I'm stripping one down to show exactly what's gone wrong, why it happens, and what every Ingenium owner needs to watch out for before it's too late. To start the teardown, it's all about gaining access, and on the 2-litre Ingenium, that's easier said than done. Before we can even reach the upper timing chain cover, the battery tray has to come out. But ahead of that, there's a maze of EGR pipework, coolant hoses, wiring looms, and endless clips tightly packed into the engine bay. And while we're in this area, we also need to remove the upper gearbox bolts. Every part removed reveals another obstacle, making it clear from the very start that this is not a quick or simple job, and it's just setting the tone for just how involved this teardown is going to be. Now go on, let's see how bad this is. We're just removing the upper chain cover now. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Oh my god. You probably won't get anything just yet, to be fair. And has it been slapping on this thing? No damage on this, which is good. There you go. Oh my god. Bro, what is that? That is pretty much bending now. Getting to the lower timing chain is a completely different level. To even see it, the gearbox has to come out, the subframe needs lowering, and the massive pipework has to be removed. All for a component that really shouldn't be this hard to access. Putting the timing chain on the gearbox end turns a service job into a major operation, and it's only after all that work you finally get to see the chain that is responsible for the failure. I wasn't looking forward to this job. We were going to do this job mobile, believe it or not. The thing is, there was no space on their road, and they don't have a drive either, or any parking space or anything like that. But I think, looking at it now, I think I made a good choice, you know, putting it up on a ramp. Oh, shout out to KMF Autos over in Ford, Littlehampton, by the way, for lending us this ramp. Good lads. With the drive shaft and ball joint pin refusing to budge, we had to change tactics. So instead of fighting it, we shifted the control arms across to get the subframe down. And once the subframe was out of the way, it revealed something genuinely worrying. Only then we could finally start removing the gearbox, and at that moment, it became clear this teardown was about to uncover far more damage than we were expecting. Right, so the gearbox is down, and noticeably, massive oil leaks. Oh yeah, subframe. Bro, what's wrong with me? The subframe is off, right? Noticeably, you can see there's a lot of oil leak. I don't know where it's coming from. But now we have a dilemma whether to completely remove transfer box, or is it possible for us to just remove the gearbox and then just push it along?
I think we'll remove the transfer box here, and that just stays there.
But there might be bolts up the top, up there, behind this. Reachable?
I think so.
Yeah?
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, we've got loads of bolts to remove. But yeah, once this gearbox is down, fingers crossed, everything is tiggity-boo. But this is a Range Rover that we're talking about, so it's probably not going to be tiggity-boo, is it? Not going to be tiggity-boo. Look how bad that is. It's just loosening the bolts, gearbox bolts, and it's just leaking oil, look. Look at that, that's fresh oil. I reckon that's coming from the timing cover, mate.
Most likely.
That is bad, isn't it? That is so bad. Yeah, I reckon the chain probably like footbarred it. It's probably touching the chain cover, innit?
Could do,
yeah. Damn. But yeah, it's separating now. Getting all set up now. Gearbox is pretty much ready to come down, so we can see obviously the rest of the timing chain. Gearbox, flywheel, timing chain cover. Yeah, we'll see everything after that. Let's see how bad the damage is. I can't lie to you, that turbo, it's not looking good, bruv. More on that turbo later, because that's yet another common failure on these vehicles. And when you combine turbo issues with timing chain problems, you'll soon see why these engines have such bad reputation. As I mentioned earlier, we had no choice but to remove the hub entirely because the drive shaft simply wasn't playing ball, and at this stage of the job it is quickly turning into a nightmare. But with all of that finally out of the way, we can now get to what we've been working towards this whole time, and that is to remove this huge timing cover.
Hey! What? Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh, we forgot to drain the oil, that's why.
Just like that, timing cover is off. We gave it a little clean as well, just so that we can show you where the rattle is. And look at this. That is absolutely mad. I'm just gonna put it on the timing mark, so that one's got to be like that way, that one's got to be that way, and so on and so forth. But we're all timed up now. You can see the timing mark there. You've got a dot right there with the black chain. There's, believe it or not, there is an arrow up top as well, and that's a black chain. And there is also an arrow up here, and then there's a notch at the top here, and that is at 12 o'clock. So that is absolutely perfect. Same with this one, it's timed up as well. It's time to remove the kit now. And we're gonna leave some markings for ourselves as well, just to make sure that, you know, everything is actually back on time as well. I'm scared. Are you scared? A bit nerve-wracking this, but we're learning it. Looking at the old timing chain kit, it's clear to see that it's had a hard life. Both tensioners have failed, allowing the chain to rattle and wear rapidly. And the oil lubricating it, it looks gritty and contaminated, almost sandy, and it suggests either poor service interval or a deeper issue with the emission system contaminating the oil. We're just a little bit iffy about this, but look, we had to chop it because we were struggling to take it out, so I thought, you know what, just chop it. I was a little bit scared, but it's all marked up. It still all lines up, which is good. And you can see this crappy Ingenium chains, they're just so bad. I think it's the emission system in them. I think it's too much that these chains are just giving up. Yeah, now everything is still on time. Same with those two. I don't know how well you can see those markers there, but those two white markers. And we've got markers there as well. Oh my god, nerve-wracking, but yeah, let's do it. I know we can do it. Now for the best part, finally getting the new timing chain fitted. This really isn't a job where you want to take shortcuts, which is why we always stick to OE quality matching parts. The timing chain lives under constant load, so quality makes a huge difference to how long it's going to last. Just as important is how it's fitted, and that means every single bolt is torqued exactly to spec, because getting that wrong can lead to movement, noise, or problems further down the line. It's also worth mentioning how much the emission system affect these engines. The DPF and EGR introduce more soot and fuel contamination into the oil, especially during regeneration, and that oil is what's lubricating the timing chain and tensioners. Once the oil quality drops, wear accelerates quickly, which is why good parts, proper installation and regular oil changes are absolutely key if you want this repair to last. And that is us all timed up. Oh my god, that took longer than expected, purely because we didn't have the timing tool. But yeah, we managed to get one and it was very quick. Yeah, the customer's gonna be happy that there's no more jumping on his timing chain. All is now tickety-boo. Now it's just putting the gearbox back in pretty much. Let's just put everything back together now with a little bit of magic. You're gonna see us by the end of this job now, and then that's when we crank it, get the car started, and then give it back to the customer. So let's go and finish up this job. It's been a long one. Honestly, it's been a long one, I'm telling you. Oh, and by the way, one more thing. Let me show you this turbo. Look at that. It's just, the oil is just pooling there. Look, I reckon this is gonna go on a runaway at some point. I'm gonna advise the customer that the turbo does need replacing. But the thing is, there is another thing that I've noticed. The turbo is actually new. The turbo is somewhat new, or the actuator anyway. Have a look at this. See that? See the actuator? Brand new. The turbo, there's like handprints and stuff on it. So that tells me that that is new. I'm just not sure if they fitted like the Chinese turbo on it or what, but I hope that that turbo is not new. Car, that job has taken a very long time and it's been so jarring, right? Little niggly bits, but we pulled through, we managed to do it, and it's sitting there now. We're just waiting for basically the transmission oil now because we drained it, so we need to top it up. Yeah, we're just waiting for the first start up, obviously. Just topping up all the fluids, the coolant, the oil, etc, etc, and then we should be ready to go. Come join us for the first startup. Let's see if this is gonna be okay. Hopefully we don't hear anything sinister coming from the engine. But yeah, it's been absolutely hell of a job, this one. I tell you, it's been crazy. After everything we've had to strip down, fight with and uncover along the way, we're finally nearing the finish line on this job. The worst part is behind us, the big problems have been dealt with, and it's good to see this Ingenium engine starting to come back together properly. If you found this video helpful or learned something along the way, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more real world repairs, honest insights and plenty more content like this. Before we even get to starting this car, look at the state, oh god, look at the state of the dipstick. You can see the state of the oil and how it was before. It's absolutely atrocious, man. Look at that. Like, why does it even look like that? I don't know. Servicing, I suppose. That's what literally the common cause is. This one's actually reached just over 100k and he survived. So you can imagine this is, yeah, maybe he was servicing it. I don't know, but what the dipstick is telling me, no, he hasn't been servicing it well. Right, we have now obviously removed the injector cables for the time being so that we can build pressure on those tensioner, oil pressure on those tensioner. And then after that, we will start it. My nerve is a bit, but I know that we've done the job correctly. So my fingers are still crossed. I'm excited, looking forward to it, but at the same time, very nervous. Right, here we go. Cranking for the first time since the timing chain was replaced. That's fine. That's okay. That's okay. Okay, right. We'll stop there. Right, bro, plug it in, please. Oh my god.
Cool front brake parts.
And you hear as well, there was no rattle coming from the engine. I'm nervous. Right, I'm really scared. Let's crank it. Let's go. I'm scared. Okay.
Right.
Wow. That is quiet, isn't it? That's much better. Much better. I'm pleased with that.
Oh, stress! We're stressed out up here, man.
Guys, if you're still here, trust me, click that subscribe button and you will see these kind of stuff that we do. Like what I said, it's nerve-wracking, the customer's happy. Thank you to KML Autos as well. If you need Vauxhall Corsa stuff, this is the place. I'm telling you, they've got all sorts of Vauxhall Corsa stuff. They haven't got anything that isn't available, basically, for any Vauxhall Corsa. So this is the place. But anyway, guys, as you can see, it's raining now. So I'm going to sign out here. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to see more content like this, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you on the next one. Peace. Massive oil leaks. Oh yeah. Subframe. Bro, what's wrong with me? The subframe is off.